In the ever-evolving world of supercars, where the line between road car and race machine grows increasingly blurred, two names consistently dominate the conversation: Ferrari and McLaren. Longtime rivals on the Formula One grid, their competition has now taken a new turn. This time, to the open road. The Ferrari 296 GTB and the McLaren Artura represent not just the next generation of hybrid performance machines, but two entirely different philosophies on how a modern supercar should look, feel, and behave. Both are plug-in hybrids with mid-mounted V6 engines. Both boast sleek proportions, high-voltage electric assistance, and cutting-edge engineering. Yet, in spirit, they couldn't be more different. The Ferrari is the extrovert, the dramatic, flamboyant performer dressed for the spotlight. The McLaren, meanwhile, plays the role of the reserved genius, subtle, technical, and exacting in its craft. From the first glance, the contrast is striking. The 296 GTB channels Ferrari's rich design heritage, drawing inspiration from the 1960s 250 LM, yet expressing it through thoroughly modern lines. Short overhangs, aggressive aerodynamics, and a rounded rear end convey a sense of tightly coiled energy. Its form is both art and function. A car that looks fast even when standing still. The Artura, on the other hand, adopts a different language. McLaren has chosen a shrink-wrapped aesthetic, tight, efficient, and functional. Clean surfaces replace ornamentation. The body flows with aerodynamic purpose, eschewing unnecessary drama for a sense of composure and restraint. Where Ferrari courts emotion, McLaren commands respect. But a supercar's soul lies deeper than its sheet metal, and here, their divergence becomes even more pronounced. The Ferrari 296 GTB is powered by a 3.0-liter twin-turbocharged V6, mated to an electric motor, producing a combined 830 horsepower. It's a staggering figure, backed by acceleration figures that verge on hypercar territory. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 2.9 seconds, yet the numbers only tell part of the story. Reviewers describe the 290 XS power delivery as ferocious, yet seamless, with the electric motor acting like an ever-present surge of torque that eliminates lag. At full tilt, it's relentless, visceral, and thrilling in the way only a Ferrari can be. By comparison, the McLaren Artura's V6 hybrid setup is more subdued, delivering 680 horsepower and a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour time of 3.0 seconds. The engine is quieter, the soundtrack more muted, the drama dialed back, but there's precision in its performance. The new 8-speed gearbox shifts cleanly, and the torque arrives in a smooth, linear fashion. It may lack the auditory fireworks of the Ferrari, but it makes up for it with cool-headed composure. Inside, the differences continue. Ferrari has crafted a cabin that feels like a spaceship. A curved digital screen, capacitive touch controls, and a driver-focused architecture evoke the drama of a sci-fi cockpit. Materials are rich: Alcantara, carbon fiber, metal, and the overall experience is designed to overwhelm the senses. Yet, some critics point out that the overabundance of touch-sensitive buttons on the steering wheel can be more distracting than futuristic, especially during spirited driving. McLaren's approach is the opposite. The Artura's interior is clean, simple, and ruthlessly focused on the task of driving. There's no central infotainment screen, no flash or frill. A compact digital cluster provides all the necessary information, and the tactile paddles behind the wheel offer a satisfying sense of connection. It may lack Ferrari's drama, but it excels in clarity and control. For many, it's a more usable environment, one that places the driver at the center without the noise. When it comes to driving dynamics, Both cars shine, but in distinct ways. Reports from track tests highlight just how playful and agile the 296 GTB is, particularly with the Assetto Fiorano package. It's said to feel lighter than its weight suggests, with a front end that dances into corners and a rear that feels alive yet controllable. Ferrari's brake-by-wire system earns high praise for its feel and power, and the hybrid system's calibration is described as nothing short of magical. The McLaren, meanwhile, wins hearts with its predictability. It may not be the fastest on the straights, but on tighter circuits like Cadwell Park, its balance and poise come to the fore. The multi-link rear suspension and electro-hydraulic steering provide a degree of feedback and confidence that few cars can match. It's less dramatic than the Ferrari, perhaps, but more approachable, especially in less than perfect conditions. And then there's the broader picture. The 296 GTB arrives with the weight of Ferrari's history and expectation. It's seen not only as the brand's future, but also as the spiritual successor to the legendary Dino. It carries that torch proudly, delivering on the promise of hybrid performance without compromising the soul Ferrari is known for. Its market reception has been enthusiastic. The Artura, on the other hand, enters a more complicated landscape. It replaces the beloved 570S, but arrives following delays and early software concerns. Some critics argue it lacks the visceral excitement of past McLarens like the 720S. Yet, in many ways, it represents a maturation of the brand. A car designed to be driven daily, not just on weekends. It's smoother, more efficient, and more accessible than anything McLaren has produced before. In the end, these two cars represent a philosophical divide. The Ferrari 296 GTB is emotion in motion. Loud, thrilling, intense, and unrelenting. The McLaren Artura is logic incarnate, measured, precise, refined, and composed. Both are brilliant in their own way, and both push the boundaries of what a hybrid supercar can be. Choosing between them isn't a matter of better or worse. It's a matter of what kind of driver or dreamer you are.